Hello guys, KP Shamino here with a new video for Ultimate Fishing Simulator 2. And it's going to be a long one, because I'm going to give my feedback and my review. So Friday we had a lot of news. We had Alaska is released, Dynamic Water is back in the game, and this was very important for me too. So future updates. With today's update, the game leaves early access. So that means that now the game is released, because it's not anymore in early access. There will be no price change. We will continue the game support. Our priority is to focus on polishing the game after today's release through the upcoming weeks. That's good. We prepared new avatar animations so they are not so wacky. We will improve rod bending and actions and perform a bunch of QOL fixes and improvements. In June, we will release another map, Delaware. So I'm going to talk about this game. So I'm going now into the game. So this was Ultimate Fishing Simulator 2. We already had the one. And this game got a little bit the same problems like the one. Because I didn't like Ultimate Fishing Simulator 1. Because for me, the physics on the fishing mechanics was not good. And that's a little bit the same problem in this game. So it reminds me a little bit what they did in Call of the Wild Angler, but the guys that make this game, they know how you need to fish. So there is a difference. I cannot say Call of the Wild Angler, they didn't have a clue what they were doing. And that's what you saw in the game too. But here, those guys, they know what they are doing. Because it's very strange, this game. So it had so much potential. Because what I see in this game is everything is here to be a good fishing game. But if you go to the purely the physics on the fishing mechanics, that's very bad in this game. And that's a very big problem. Today I played 3, maybe 2 hours a new map Alaska, and I was from the start until the end irritating. Because everything works so clunky in this game. Like the casting is bad. If you start doing the rod pots is bad. All those menus are bad. The presentations are, yeah, very simplistic. So, and that's a problem. And if they cannot solve that problem, this will be never a good game. And it will be just the same like Ultimate Fishing Simulator 1. And that's a pity. But I need to give my review now because this game is released. I will show you guys what I mean a little bit later. So, what are the good things in this game? You got the fishing net is okay, but why do you need to go to the menu to open the fishing net? Why I cannot just open this in-game? So I don't have a problem with it. You got 3 days here, so it looks good, but there is a lot of player-friendly mechanics that are simply not in the game, and that makes it very hard to play this game. So it's just all those small things, and they just clutter up the entire time that you're playing. You want to do something that need to be very simple, like just cast 5 meters because you want your lure over there, it does not work. You want to check your net, you need to go to the menu. You want to get your rod pot out, you need to go to the menu again, and all that stuff, and it just stacks up on each other, and after a couple of hours you say, what the fuck am I doing here? I just want to fish. And that's the main problem. So this is not that bad. You got even a trophy room here. You got tournaments. This is very good. They got a very good help encyclopedia. Encyclopedia? What the fuck? Encyclopedia here with all the fish in it. So a lot of info that people that start this game, they know right away what you need to do. Statics are here with rankings. Here is the encyclopedia. Very good. That's all good. All the gear is here too that you need to have. So you got the equipment, you got spinning, you got on the equipment, you got casting weight. It does not really matter that much. That is just the things that you see. But if you go deeper and you go to the physics, all those numbers, they don't matter that much. And then the problem starts. So they got a very nice gameplay looking fishing game, but it's only on the how can I say it? It's only on the outside. But if you go deeper in it, then the trouble is going to start. So that was, everything was good here. So the shop is good, the equipment is good. But then I'm going to talk about the fishing. And I will show you guys number one. Number one, and this is something that I said to them already. No, I'm going to start first with this. So to give you guys an example. So you go to net, and then you want to go back. This is already so long in the game. What is this here? So I cannot go back. So I need to click here, or I need to click here the cross. And that's for me problematic. There are people working on this game. The moment that this was in the game, I saw that in an instant. And I don't play this game that much, but it stays in it. And that's the thing with this game everywhere. It's so unplayer friendly, it's unbelievable. So why is this here? Why can I not just escape again and go fishing? So I click here, I check my net. No, you always need to click. You need to click everywhere in this game. It's always clicking, clicking, clicking. So you need to click here, or you need to click back. Yeah, back is now not working. Do you guys see it? So you need to probably click here, then you need to click here, and then you need to click here, you can go back. That it's a small detail, but the problem is there are way too many details like that in this game. And that makes it very hard to navigate through the menus. And then about the fishing. So you guys got here, I got a setup. This setup is this. So it's a 20 kilogram setup, 30 kilogram setup. The casting weight is 14 to 16. So when I'm using an 8G twister, you would think by yourself you cannot throw that far with this equipment. Now we are going through the shell into the corn, the core, and you will see what the problem is. So the throwing in this game is just very, very bad. So I throw now like this. You would think full throw, maybe 20 meters. You need to watch this. 80 meters just like that. With an 8 gram, with a very heavy freshwater setup. And that's a very big problem, the casting. The casting is so irritating in this game, it's unbelievable. So if you want, like here, I'm now here in Alaska. I want to just throw over there, just against the rocks, like you want to fish most of the time in rivers. That's almost impossible with this casting system. And I said it 2 years ago too. It's just the same. So now I try to just do a small cast. You just need to click really fast, so that you don't use a power bar, and still this 8 gram lure is flying almost 5 meters. It's simply impossible to throw at the right direction or at the right position. Now you need to watch this, half of the bar, bang. And this shit is going to happen the entire time. You hit everywhere, you hit ground, because it's not fishable. Another thing that you think by yourself, okay, Shamino, but there is a short cast. Yeah, okay, there is a short cast. So you need to click right mouse button. And then you got something like this. You cannot move this marker. So you need to go maximum on the power bar, and then you throw on the marker. You need to watch this. So I'm doing a short cast with a lure. Nobody does that. So it's such a bad system. I cannot understand that they still got this shit in the game. So it's almost impossible to fish in this game, you know that, right? So lure fishing is just a nightmare, because you cannot throw everywhere that you want. It's throwing way too far, and then you can see that the numbers on the gear are just numbers. There is no system that is going to say, okay, like in other fishing games, if you go under the casting, it's not throwing that far. It's just very bad, this system. Another thing that I saw was that it's just a detail, because at some point you get used to it. But that's something that I saw right away. So if you go to, let me have a look where it is. Is it display? Display. So normally, this is the first game that I need to change my field of view. And this is another thing. This is already so many weeks in the game too. So what is happening? So you can see here that this is the water graphics. If you change something in settings, they go back to very low. And you always need to put it back on the right setting, ultra. And this stuff you need to put off, otherwise you got a graphical bug. And then you can go again. So now you can see, this is with my field of view, yeah, at the minimum. But the problem is, you cannot fish like this. So I'm going to do a throw. So you can see, I fish most of the time with lures like this. So you need to adjust every time, because otherwise you simply don't see your rod. So you need to put a rod like this in the air, because otherwise it's out of the screen. So it's maybe a detail, but yeah, I want to fish like this. I don't need to see my arm. I don't need to see something else. There is a fish. Here we go again. So that's a problem too. They need to adjust that a little bit too. So this need to be the basic settings that everybody is using. I don't want to get my field of view on 60 or 70 because I don't want to see my rubber arm. That's number 2. Then another thing, number 3. This game is way too easy. So I came here to Alaska today. You got like a star system. Guess what? I can show you guys it for the people that didn't saw the video. I fished here for 2-3 hours. This is, by the way, the maximum fish. So the maximum ranking in species is 5 golden stars. I got already 4. It's non-stop fish that you catch. And once again, I want to go back to the game. Escape, yeah, guess what? It's not working. Back is not working. You need to push cross. You need to push back here. No, it's not working. Then you need to push here and here again. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So once again, way too simple, this game. Like I said, there are like a lot of similarities with Call of the Wild Angler. You just throw it in the water and it's okay. Then the next one, presentation. Yeah, presentation is not existent in this game. So yeah, of course, what the fuck. Yeah, I just wanted to do, by the way, a short cast, but then I realized that, yeah, and I cannot fish like this, you know? So wait a second. Field of view, let's bring it to 60, that we finally can, yeah, the water graphics probably are back on very low, of course. We need to put it on, by the way, this game is released, you know. This is, we are going to put off. So now you can see, you got a straight, a fast straight, and a lift and drop. I don't really got a problem with it, but it's not going to attract more people, presentations like this, because what are you creating in this game? That is, yeah, you just throw something in the water, you reel it in. Always the same. And guess what? I did this 2 hours today, and I thought by myself, Alaska, that's such a great place. But what I'm doing here, I just can get my son. He can do just the same like me and catch non-stop fish. It's way too simple. There is totally no influences in this game that you can be a better fisherman or worse. Everybody's just the same. Because there is no thing that you can adjust. I cannot do a stop and go. I cannot go to the bottom. I cannot go on the top water. I cannot do a presentation in this game. Because it's always the same. You just reel in, or you jerk a little bit and then you got to lift and drop. That's all. The fights overall, I don't have a problem with the fights. It is what it is. I only think that the fish are a little bit strange how they behave in the water. So like you can see it here. So this is good. But like now I got slack on my line. Do you see slack, and the fish is behaving that I'm pulling him? So it's a little bit, I already saw that in another game works. I already saw that in another game too. But yeah, it's not really a very big problem that I got with this, but okay, it's what it is. So the presentation, yeah, not existing, very easy. Okay, then the next one, and now we are going to talk about bottom rods and the rod pot. And they like their menus a lot, but what I learned from other good fishing games is that people that play fishing games, they want to be not a lot of time clicking menus because it's about the fishing. Once that you got your setup, you want to go around, you want to fish. Once that you got your rod pot ready, you want to get it out as soon as possible. It's all, the gameplay is the fishing. The gameplay is not clicking menus, it's not setting up stuff. No, you want to catch fish. That's very important. But once again, so how do you get the rod pot ready for action? So you push E, accessories, then you click here, then you click here, then you click here, then you click here, then you click, yeah, okay, that was not good. Then you click here. So that's all not needed. And then you need to use this, and now you can see this, once again, player friendly. So I need to get this rod away, then I need to go back to the menu, you need to click here, and you need to use it. Now I can put it down, that's good. If I want to get it away, I cannot get it away now, so I need to pick it up again. Then I need to right click again. Guess what? How do I get this back on this position? You need to go back to the menu, and so on and so on. So it's not good. What they need to do, very simple. Put here custom 6 and put it on hotkey 6. Why would I ever want to change my rod pot during fishing? Nobody want to change that. A rod pot, you just put your rods on it and you're done. If you got your alarm, an alarm is an alarm. It's not going to change. So just put it at custom 6 that I don't every time need to put that out, that stuff, because that's so irritating, it's unbelievable. So that was number 5. Then we are going back. Okay, so one thing that is not good here. So you can throw in 500 meters with the bottom rod. Like I said, casting is very bad here. And then we are going to start. In 2025, we don't use E anymore to put a rod on 3 points. Why is that? Because it's very irritating. So I think now that I'm in the middle. No, yeah, I'm in the middle. This is good. But why is the E back here? So the 1 is good, but remove that E. Nobody is going to use E to pick up the rod if you got 1. 1 is a lot easier. You just click 1 and you got your rod. But once again, so how do I get it here to the right? So let me have a look. Okay, this was good. Let's pick it up. Let's get it back to, how do I get it all the way to the right? Here we go. But it's not a good system. The problem is, it's a clunky system, because why would you do it like this to put it in a rod pot? So now I want to do that side. Here we go. So I practice this a lot, but you miss it a lot too. So what they need to do is, what every other fishing game is doing, you need to do Alt, Control, Shift. It does not matter with 1, 2, and 3. That we can just put it. It's not in the game, by the way. So this system with E, just remove it. It's way too irritating. So that's a little bit the feedback. There are probably other things too, but like I said, it's a shell. Outside, there is a lot of stuff that you need to have in the fishing game. But if you go to the core through the shell and you start looking at the physics of the fishing mechanics here, because the funny part is, the fishing mechanics are here, but they are so bad executed that it's very irritating. So they need to change a lot of stuff, otherwise this game will never be popular. I don't see this happening. I was today looking at the Steam charts, it's 30, 50 players average. I don't see this getting better. So if they got those 5 points right, then they can start working on the numbers. So, for example, that the numbers are right on the equipment, because that's something like a 30 kilogram rod and you throw 8 grams spinner almost 100 meters far. It's not done. The presentation, it's not done. And then I'm not even talking about the bugs. Today I put my rod in, like, oh, we got a bite. I put my bottom rod in and my reel started to shake and all that stuff. That is happening at the moment too. So they need to fix that. If they fix that, I'm not sure how much work it is. If they fix it, it can become a very good fishing game, because they got areas, they got a lot of species, they got salt water and all that stuff. But the problem is, they didn't fix it the last 2-3 years. So I'm not sure that they are going to do it. But in my opinion, they need to do it. And that was my review, guys. So thanks for watching. It's a pity because I like this area. But yeah, I got everything already here in 2 hours. And I'm going to play something else. But I keep watching this game because it's like, how can you say it? You know, if they do the jump, what I said, I'm going to play this game a lot more because I like fishing games. They are almost there. That's the problem. Like in Call of the Wild Angler, they were like on the other side and they will never be there. They needed to do jump 10 times. But here they can jump and make it good. So there is still a little bit room that it can become good, but they need to jump. That's really important. Thanks for watching, guys. Have fun. Bye bye.